If you have money in Huobi Exchange, I would personally be running a mile away from it. We've seen everything that happened with FTX. I'm not saying Huobi is the next FTX, but there are many different news articles coming out about this exchange that you need to be aware if you have funds in there. So the first thing is that there is a confirmation that they're going ahead and cutting 20% of their headcount of their staff. So that's obviously not a great thing. They are trying to save some money somewhere, and one of the best ways for companies to do that is obviously by letting go of people, and 20% is still a pretty big reduction in my opinion. And this comes after Justin Sun, who is an advisor to Huobi since October, and he's also the founder of Tron. This comes after he had earlier denied the layoff report. So this obviously raises a red flag. We've all seen what happened with SBF when he was talking about FTX and they were insolvent. We know what he was saying. His whole narrative was like, no guys, we are okay. So here Justin Sun basically said that they weren't laying off people, and now Huobi confirmed it. So I'm not sure if Justin Sun didn't know about it or what's going on there, but it doesn't necessarily look good. And if we take a look at what's happening since then, well, Huobi sees $60 million in tokens outflow from their exchange. Obviously, it makes sense. People are scared, and I would be too if I had my money in this exchange. So if we take a look at this article, it basically says that over the last 24 hours, this was released on January 6th, we are now January 7th, but over $64 million has been exited out of this exchange over the last 24 hours. It is a considerable sum of money if you ask me. So as we can see from Nason's report here, the net outflow is negative 64 million. The inflow is definitely lower. It's around 36 with a total outflow of $100 million for a net outflow of $64 million. So people are definitely taking their money out of that exchange. Remember, not your keys, not your coins. If you have money in there and you're not too sure what to do, it may be best to actually move your funds out of there, put it in a decentralized wallet, and not have your funds at risks if anything were to happen to Huobi. Now, if we put that on a weekly time frame over the last 7 days or so, there has been about $94 million taken out of Huobi Exchange. And like we said, over the last 24 hours, it's around $60 million. It's absolutely crazy. And of that money, it contains Ethereum, Avalanche, BNB, Phantom, Polygon. Obviously, it's a multi-chain token flow value here. But if we take a look at the top withdrawals here, we can see it's mainly USDT, it's mainly USDC, so stable coins, as well as Ethereum. If we take a look at these wallets, I mean, we have 2.1 million coming out, 1.4 million coming out, USDT, USDC, Ethereum, 1.2 million coming out, and these are all individual wallets taking their money out. Now, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but if you have money on this exchange, it's looking a bit dicey. And if we take a look at Huobi's holdings and exactly what they have here, this really screams the same thing as FTX, because their top holding is HT, which is their own token. It's the Huobi Exchange token. And this literally accounts for 30% of their token allocation. So what's to say that this token plummets in price and then they don't have any of that money left because the value of the HT token is worthless, similar to what happened to the FTT token when FTX collapsed. So here it says Huobi holds 81% of the HT circulating supply, so about 131 million Huobi tokens. They hold it on their exchange. And that basically means that if the price of Huobi continues to go down, if we go ahead and take a look at that, it's already gone down about 20% or so. It went all the way down to $4.33 yesterday. Now it's back up about to $4.70. But again, this just goes to show that if the value of Huobi token plummets down, well, the Huobi Exchange is going to be in big trouble because they hold about 82% of the entire circulating supply. So be aware of that, and that's definitely something to consider. But if we take a look at what Huobi is saying on Twitter and what Justin Sun is saying on Twitter, basically what Huobi did is they retweeted what Justin Sun said, and they say we are committed to building and pushing digital assets to the future and beyond. I mean, you know, we had SBF saying, guys, we are not insolvent, we are solvent, we have all of the funds that we need, and literally a few days after it went to shit. So be aware of that. And if we go to Justin Sun's Twitter, he says, at Huobi Global, we believe that the key to success in the world of cryptocurrency is to ignore FUD and keep building. I don't know how many times we've heard that a project is okay or an exchange is solvent and they have the backing, they have the reserve, and just for us to find out that in a week's time, everything crashes. So again, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt here, but just be wary of what's happening. Then he says, what do we mean by this? First, it's important to recognize that the world of crypto can be volatile and uncertain at times. There will be ups and downs, and it's easy to get caught up in fear, certainty, and doubt. That's obviously the meaning of FUD. So he's explaining to the community that this is all FUD. And he says, so what do we do to this? We stay true to our mission. We are founded with the goal of making easy and convenient for people to trade cryptocurrency. So again, you can have a read at this thread. I'm not going to bore you with all of this, but the main message is they are going to ignore the FUD and keep building, but they are cutting 20% of their headcount. Justin Sun basically denied that. Then it was reported that it's actually happening. We see about $60 million leaving the exchange over the last 24 hours. And over the last week, we had over $94 million worth of money leaving the exchange. Most of it is happening in USDT, USDC, Ethereum. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys, but again, do whatever you want with your own money. But remember that if you have money on exchanges, they're not your keys, not your coins. And if we have a whole FTX debacle again with Huobi, it's better to be safe than sorry and to take proper steps before you can't take any more steps. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys on. Again, monitor the price of Huobi, the HT token, monitor what's happening on the withdrawal side of the Huobi Exchange. If there is a bank run, who knows if they have enough reserves to make sure it is solvent, but that's going to be it. So monitor everything, monitor the news. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.